And we're all set for the third quarter here at the Struthers Fieldhouse. And we open quarter number 3, East 31, Struthers 28. Chad Krasminski alongside Will Klusenik. And Will, if you're both the Panthers and the Wildcats, your keys here in the second half.
Wildcats have to continue to get the quality looks, shooting the ball at a high percentage. Defensively, they've got to make sure they know where Carbon is, and they've got to contest these threes. If you're Struthers, you've got to create some easy opportunities for yourself and make sure you try to get a hold of the tempo defensively.
Jack Quebec with the ball. Outside Carbon. Andrew Carbon takes it around to the left side, just outside the three-point line. Jack Quebec back to Carbon. Firing three ball. Back edge, no good. Off the miss. East with a rebound. Onto the wing, it's Bryant. Around a screen. Bryant. It's back to Engels, who triggers and misses. That one was short. And the rebound down to freshman Carson Ryan. Carbon thought about the three, now penetrates, raises up, off the glass and in.
Excellent body control by Carbon. Thought he was going to maybe take it one step too far. Able to pull up, knock it in off the glass. 31-30 is our score. Panthers off the dribble. Nicely done. Scooped up and in by Bryant. And those are the shots that they're looking for. Look to attack. Get yourself to the rim. High percentage.
Bounce pass Mazzolino. Puts it up. Great strength. And A.J. Mazzolino cuts it to a one-point deficit. 33-32. Panthers quickly back up the floor. Mazzolino, he's one of those guys that looks like he doesn't get fouled because he's so strong. Gets the contact on that one and the bucket. Weaver fights it up. It won't go. Offensive rebound. Fought back up and in. Larry Ransom continues his big ball game. He now has 14. Ransom likes the camera because he's putting on a show tonight. Well, he sure is. 35-32. Here is Carbon from way deep. Thought about it. Thought better of it. Carson Ryan. 6'3". Keep in mind he's a freshman. He started every game so far this season. Ryan underneath. They whip it to Jack Quebec for three. It's an air ball. Engels comes down with the rebound for East. Maybe a little bit too much overpassing. Mazzolino had the bucket. Probably could have taken that right up. Ball trickles out of bounds. And it'll go back to Struthers with 5:51 left to play in quarter number 3. It is a 3-point East lead. Both teams have gotten the looks, the shots that they want. Right now, East going to a little bit different type of pressure with the one-man front. We're going to see if Struthers is able to get to the spots and get the correct looks and not just take, the participation shots just because they're open. Ryan gives to Jack Quebec. They feed it into the post. Mazzolino fights it up. Looked like there was some contact. No whistle on that play there. Panthers will bring it back to the opposite end of the floor. Terrell Weaver gives to Backus. Couple of dribbles. Ball is kicked up into the air. It'll belong to the Panthers with 5:18 left. They're letting the big fella down there take a lot of contact on. If they're going to let that one play out, again, you've got to adjust to it and realize the contact's coming. Ryan Leonard checks back in for Struthers. They work it onto the right wing. Backus. Backus out front to Bryant. This is Weaver. 3 minutes in, nearly a steal. Panthers control. Backus triggers, skims the iron. Engels with the offensive rebound. Fights it up. That one too strong. Great effort. Ball ripped free by Mazzolino. Panthers tap it up and in. At long last, Larry Ransom again. Ransom just absolutely relentless with East on that possession. 37-32, East by 5. Mazzolino stops, whips it, left low block off the fingertips of Jawan Douglas. And it is out of bounds, back to the Panthers. Watch this energy. And you can see it right here. They're just relentless attacking the glass. Ransom with the finish. Weaver floats it up and in with the runner. Then getting high percentage, great quality looks. Gives East a 7-point lead. He just flipped that gear and flipped it in. This is Ryan. As we're just about halfway home in the third quarter, Mazzolino facing up. Mazzolino works it over to Carbon. Carbon off the dribble. Carbon, baseline jumper, up and good.
That's a great shot by Carbon. Not an easy one. Able to just create a little space, step back, baseline, knocks it down.
39-34, right wing. Bryant for three, short. Rebound down to Jawan Douglas. Over to Carbon, three, ball in the air, right there.
And that's a guy you need to find in transition. Carbon with another quick five, scores in bunches.
39-37, inside of 3.5 to play in the third quarter. Terrell Weaver into the paint again. Runner up, short. Rebound Leonard, ahead to Carbon. Wildcats trying to tie with a two. They can take the lead with a three. There's a steal, taken away by Engels. Engels raises up and knocks it down.
Great recognition by Engels. Doesn't get the charge, pulls up, 6-footer. Excellent decision.
41-37. This is Carbon. Carbon around to the left side, firing three, ball off the rim, no good. Loose basketball picked up, over to Carson Ryan for three. He's got it.
Struthers right spot, right time. Great swing to Ryan, on bounce, knocks into three.
41-40 off the miss. Rebound to Ryan. Carbon down the floor. Douglas misses short on the bunny. And with 2:23 left to play in the third quarter, we will take timeout. Wow. 41-40. Panthers leading the Wildcats. Back to Struthers Fieldhouse after this on the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you or a loved one need rapid relief from opioid withdrawals and cravings, get help now. Call Dr. Anil Naluri, MD, to learn about new treatment options. 330-783-1147. 330-783-1147.
Pull Ahead is on this month at Sweeney. See how your current lease can save you money.
Kick off 2017 with up to $2,000 off, or we'll cover up to 5 payments.
Lease the 17 Chevy Silverado, just $218 a month.
Or lease the 17 GMC Sierra for just $269 a month. Hundreds to choose from.
Zero-down leases are always available.
Click SweeneyCars.com or stop by Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC
on Market Street in Boardman. Sweeney.
We work special victims. We do what we have to do to nail the perp.
Revisit every crime scene from the beginning.
I love my job.
Law and Order Special Victims Unit, 5 times a week.
Weeknights at 10 on MyYTV.
Oh, so close. Jawan Douglas nearly gave Struthers a 1-point lead as we welcome you back. East 41, Struthers 40. Boy, we have certainly had our fair share of drama. Yesterday, a 98-97 thriller in double overtime. Columbiana outlasting Lisbon. Tonight, it's East and Struthers hooked up in an outstanding game. Off the miss. Carbon with a rebound for Struthers. Carbon penetrating. Has it on that far side left wing. Here's Mazzolino. Lane, puts it up. Nearly a foul. Mazzolino puts it up and in. Plus the foul.
Mazzolino not giving up on it. That probably might have been a little contact, but like I said before, he's one of those guys that are so strong, the guys start to just bounce off a little bit. It doesn't look like he gets fouled a whole lot, but sticks with it, gets the rebound, the putback, opportunity for the three-point play.
And by my count, this is the first lead for Struthers on the night. 42-41. And it's a miss on the free throw attempt. It stays 42-41. Here we go. Deshaun Laurie has checked in. Here's DeAndre Backus. Backus over to Laurie. Slicing in, feeding it into the corner. Good ball movement. Diamante Pagan. Works it over to Laurie for three. He's got it.
Excellent ball movement by East. Able to distort the defense. Laurie's able to knock down the three.
44-42. Ball in the hands of Kevin Traylor. East up by a deuce. Traylor looking for a screen, spins in the paint. Ball is knocked out of bounds off East. It will stay right here. That was an outstanding, quick spin move.
Outstanding, quick. That, you said it, Chad. I was thinking those same words. Boy, just very quick, fleet of foot. Got by him quick.
Lob, pass, picked off. Pagan, line, lane, short. Traylor with the rebound off the miss. Leonard works it to Traylor. Traylor pushing the pace to the line, puts it up and in.
Very explosive by Traylor, taking it right to the rack, ties the ball game up.
44-44, errant pass off the Panthers. Back to East with 52 ticks left.
And right now, Lowe's going to bring it up. And this is where Struthers made their run. When he came in that first half, kind of gave them a spark, knocked some threes down. But right now, Carbon feeling pretty confident. You know, look for him to possibly try to get this last shot off.
Lowe picks up his dribble, and we have a timeout taken. And that's an alert timeout called by Jimmy Francis-Jelly. Each possession at this juncture is so crucial, so important in a 44-all game. Say every week we'll pick the player of the game. This is one player that has made the greatest impact. It is sponsored by Nightline Embroidery and Screen Printing, and will feature the player of the game every Monday night at 11 on WKBN 27 First News. Chad Krespinski, Will Klusenik back with you. Sweaty palms and forehead time for everybody here, as this one appears like it's going to go to the wire.
You know, both teams, you know, right when you think someone's going to maybe extend that lead, you get the opportunity, they claw back into it. And right now, Struthers with the opportunity to take the lead at the end of this third quarter with 35 seconds. You would think, unless they get something extremely wide open, they're going to try to hold for the last shot here.
Near steal. Carson Ryan controls. Ryan, right of the lane, loses his footing out to Carbon. Carbon around a screen. Carbon into the paint. Feeds it to Vo in the corner for three. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound is controlled by Carbon. 17 seconds left in the third. We'll see what the Wildcats do when they hold for that final shot. We're down to 10 seconds. And that's a whistle and a reach-in foul on Vonzel Matlock.
Definitely letting these guys play tonight.
And Will, that's only the second foul in this entire third quarter.
And I looked at that too, and that's the first thing I was thinking, boy, there's a lot of contact for only 2 fouls. But again, the players will adjust. If you're going to let you play hard, play strong, you got to be able to do it.
Vo can't handle that one. An errant pass back to East. I have to tell you, I love the flow of a game when there isn't whistle after whistle. These guys have done a great job, this crew tonight.
They really have. You're going to let them play and give these guys opportunities for the players to do their job.
Pagan onto the right wing, into the corner, 3 ball up. It is off the mark. Rebound, Mazzolino. And there was contact there, no whistle. And the horn sounds, and we have played 3 quarters of basketball. And we are where we were when we started, all tied up. This time it's 44-all. The fourth quarter is next to the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
You're watching the High School Basketball Game of the Week on MyYTV. Powered by the WKBN 27 First News Network.
Don't let the winter blues get to you. Stop by the Elmton for lunch Tuesdays through Saturdays and get 10% off your meal. Enjoy all your Elmton favorites, pizza, pasta, roasted chicken, and more. The Elmton, 5th Street Struthers.
This Friday and Saturday, Big Air is coming back to the Cavelli Center. Metro PCS presents the O'Reilly Auto Parts toughest monster truck tour with the king of the monster trucks, world record holder, Bigfoot, plus Quad Chaos, Dirt Crew, Heavy Hitter, and more. Featuring the battling robots, Galactron versus Reptar. Kids tickets start at just $10. Big Air is coming back to Youngstown. The toughest monster truck tour this Friday and Saturday.
33 WYTV News is new. Different from what you've seen from us before, we're more than just news. We are your news. These are your neighborhoods, and you deserve a news station that's out there in the community finding stories that matter to you. These are your schools, and you deserve to know that your children are getting the best education possible. And these are your jobs, and you deserve to know everything that could affect them. Local news from local people. We are your community news station, 33 WYTV.
MyValleyTributes.com pays homage to area loved ones who are no longer with us. For calling hours and more information, go to MyValleyTributes.com.
Don't let the winter blues get to you. Stop by the Elmton for lunch Tuesdays through Saturdays and get 10% off your meal. Enjoy all your Elmton favorites, pizza, pasta, roasted chicken, and more. The Elmton, 5th Street Struthers.
All set for the fourth quarter, 44-44. For those of you who are watching us live at WKBN.com, we will interrupt the live stream for a special news report. President Donald Trump, Supreme Court announcement is forthcoming. We will return to the game upon its conclusion.
And Lori, as you were talking, knocks down the three, gives East a 3-point lead. And right now, again, we talk about it, every possession is going to be critical. What type of shots are you going to get? You know, are you going to be able to contest and not give those second and third opportunities?
Another triple try. It's up, no good, but it's cleaned up. Matlock working hard on the offensive glass. Ball is ruled out of bounds, and it's off the fingertips of Michael Ramey, and it'll go back to Struthers. Wildcats trailing by 3.
What you love, Coach Simmons over there, just applauding the effort, getting those opportunities, and hustle right there. East gets the turnover. Ramey right on the spot to create that pressure and give East the ball back. And that's why you don't pout when you make those mistakes. The East is really hustling around right now.
Panther basketball. That one is out of bounds, and turnabout is fair play. This time it's a turnover off Laurie, who hit the 3 just as the fourth quarter got underway. More pressure from East. More contact on the play. Here's Ryan losing the handle. The ball is out of bounds.
You know, the thing that you're going to be able to say, you know, both coaches are kind of looking at the officials right now, but as long as they're consistent and they finish the game out with letting this happen, everyone's got to be able to play through it.
Carbon looking. Carbon feeding. Mazzolino muscles it up and won't go. Offensive rebound to Douglas.
And you've got to be ready to react. Douglas able to get the rebound. Struthers going to try to cut into this 3-point lead. Mazzolino going to try to kick it back and move the ball, but they got to look for Carbon at some point here.
He's been the spark plug all season long in the scoring column. Notched his 1,000th career point. Ball in the hands of Douglas. Douglas, shot rejected. A major league block. Carbon ends up with it and knocks it down. And we're tied at 47.
I know if I'm his teammates, he's a pretty dangerous guy. I'm going to try to find him wherever he is.
Off the dribble floater. Off the iron as well. Pagan couldn't put it in. Mazzolino nearly walked. Ahead of the pack to Leonard. Leonard gets to Carbon. Carbon feeds it. Middle of the paint. Stolen away. Tim Williams ends up with it. Maybe a little too unselfish for Carbon on that play.
Got him stuck underneath. Ryan on the weak side's got to slide there, get into the window where he can help him out.
Great dish. Right low block. Up and in from Matlock.
And those are the shots that have been successful for East. Penetrate, dump it, look to attack.
Onto the wing. Carbon, who just hit another big triple. 2-point lead for East. 5:40, clock rolling. Carbon looking to head around a screen. Spinning free. There's a steal. Panthers come up with it to the line, to the lane. Up, no good. Off the miss. Mazzolino grabbed it, and somebody went over the back.
And that's unfortunate for East. They had a great run out. Did pretty much everything they needed to do. Laurie finds the teammate. Williams unable to finish it off.
By the way, that's the second foul on Matlock. Baseball pass for Carbon. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it belongs to East off Struthers. Jimmy Francis Jelly, it happened right in front of him. He does not agree.
He does not agree. And that's such a tough call. Bang, bang. The referee was right on top of it. Don't know if it was the correct call or not.
Outside the three-point line, right wing, triple try, up and good for Pagan.
East needs a big shot, big three. Every time they're able to come down and knock it in and extend their lead now.
Trailer scoops it up. Shot was partially blocked. Ahead of the pack, Pagan. Triple try from the corner. He's on fire! Timeout called with 4:56 left to play in the game. The Panthers shooting the lights out here in the last couple of minutes.
He checks, and he steps back and says, I got this one. It's not an easy shot in transition, but he sure made it look easy.
It does not get much better than that. And he did that on the dead run and on a dead stop, and he flicked it up and splashed it in. And it's 55-47, just like that. Take me inside each respective huddle. First, we'll start with the Panthers.
With the Panthers, offensively, continue the great shot selection. Again, you're making some threes right now in transition. You're playing in rhythm. Defensively, you've got to continue to talk, communicate. You might want to try to trap that if Carbon gets the look. I try to limit his opportunities. If I'm Struthers, I've got to look to attack, create some second chance opportunities, free up Carbon, and some other guys have to be ready to do their job as well. Mussolini, you've got Douglas. Vo came in and gave him a spark a little bit earlier. We're going to see if Struthers now, as they've done the entire game, kind of creep back into this with a couple possessions of their own.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Every time East has gotten a little bit of a cushion, we've seen Struthers go on a run, hit some threes, get some steals, get some stops, and they claw their way right back in. We'll see if they can do it again here. Here's Trailer working it to Mazzolino. And now there's contact, a whistle, and a foul. That time they got Vonzel Matlock. That'll be his third. Fourth team foul. Carbon to trigger it in. Ball is into Mazzolino. Here's Trailer. Crossing over. Great quickness. Trailer scoops it up off the bottom of the rim. No good. And the rebound to Vonzel Matlock. Here's Pagan. He almost hoisted up another one. Did a great job to get to it. Underneath Ingles. Spins. Puts it up and in. Plus the foul. Well, they're going to say it's on the floor.
On the floor. He made the move after the contact. Good call. Good discipline by Pagan not to take the shot. And defensively, great job of switching on Carbon and not letting him get it. And you can see right there, two good calls right there. But the defense is what I was impressed with. Communication to switch, not giving Carbon anything easy on the other end.
4:25 left. Quick trigger. Short off the fingertips of Matlock. And now we have a whistle. And an East foul call on Michael Ramey. A lot of whistles here in the last minute or two.
Yeah, you don't want to change how you officiate in this last quarter and last couple minutes. Right now, East has 5 fouls, so they're starting to add up, and they're going to give them an opportunity at the foul line here pretty soon.
Here's Ryan. Shot blocked. Second major league rejection here in the second half. And now we have an injured Panther. That's the young man who came up with the huge block. And the injured Panther is Michael Ramey. Take another look.
Going up to the 11th floor right there. Not tonight.
4:11 left to play, and it's an 8-point lead for Youngstown East. Struthers basketball. Quick trigger for three from Vo. It won't go. Rebound down to Douglas. Here's Mazzolino facing up on Matlock. Carbon trying to get an open look at a three. Unsuccessful in that regard. Gives it over to Mazzolino. Mazzolino takes it baseline. Whips it back to Carbon. Errant pass picked off by Pagan. Pagan to the line. Pagan to the lane. Flips it up and in.
Pagan coming up big. Big in this fourth quarter. 2 threes. Gets the bucket. Don't forget about Carbon. Can't give him the easy transition three. Excellent rebound. Securing it. And you got the foul on the Wildcats.
Carbon unable to connect. It is a 10-point lead for Youngstown East, 57-47. We'll have the final 3:34 when we come back. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print in Girard has been a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game for over 10 years. For all of your personalized school or business apparel, event and business signs and posters, they've got you covered. There's only one place to go, Nightline, West Liberty Street, Girard.
Gatto Cycle Shop is super happy to be a part of the advisory board of the Newcastle School of Trades Motorcycle Power Equipment Technology Program because the school really listens to what we have to say. We are looking for qualified, very highly skilled technicians. And finally, there's a local school that we can get our technicians and our candidates from. I mean, that's awesome.
Newcastle School of Trades, where employers and graduates come together. Visit us at ncstrades.edu or call now.
Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print in Girard has been a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game for over 10 years. For all of your personalized school or business apparel, event and business signs and posters, they've got you covered. There's only one place to go, Nightline, West Liberty Street, Girard.
3 minutes, 34 seconds left to play. It is a 10-point lead for Youngstown East, 57-47. And that tells the story right there. Panthers connecting on nearly 59% of their field goal attempts. Struthers barely over 40. Panthers on the attack. They've moved the ball very well. They have shared the ball very well, have the Panthers.
And they've really executed the game plan. They understand shot selection, time and score. They know exactly what they need to do. And right now, Struthers is going to have to take some gambles, open it up a little bit, because right now, East is very content to move this ball around and try to get an awkward situation where they might be able to get a layup. But right now, Struthers is going to have to foul here a little bit because they've only got 2 fouls also. So they're going to have to get some going here.
Into the paint, floater up, and it bounces in for Calvin Bryant.
Textbook possession for East. Get them a little scrambled, and you get the easy layup.
Mazzolino answers at the other end. And he cuts it back to a 10-point East lead, 59-49, as we're down to 2.5 to play here in the ball game.
Again, interesting situation here. They've only got two fouls, and then again, you get the shot off. They're going to try to get a quick one here for Struthers.
Douglas fitting Carbon. 3-ball in the air. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped up into the air. Tipped up into the air. It's controlled. Douglas is fouled.
Pretty good directive right there by Coach Simmons. Grab the basketball. Grab it with 2 hands.
That East foul is number 1 on Larry Ransom, who's been terrific. 3-ball from the left wing is short off the fingertips of Ryan Leonard for Struthers. And there is quickly a Struthers foul tagged to Carson Ryan, and it comes with 2:02 left.
And they're going to need to do that a couple more times here because that's only their 3rd foul. So they've got a little bit ways to go here to get these guys into the bonus. If they're going to let East take, there's another one. So they're going to start doing it to see if they can try to cut into this lead here.
2nd foul on Carson Ryan.
You'd like to see them try to go for a steal, and then foul. Look to overplay this and communicate and switch here a little bit instead of let them just throw it in.
Panther basketball. Backus. They pass it around. It's knocked out of bounds. Ryan Leonard got those big hands up and knocked it out.
And long arms, that's what you want, the overplay. Get yourselves into the passing lane.
In traffic, there's a takeaway by Mazzolino. Ahead to Carbon. Carbon races it ahead. Vo in the corner, thought about the three, now penetrates. Back to Carbon. Carbon trying to get an open look at a three. We're down to 135. This is Mazzolino. Mazzolino strong in the post, fights it up and in.
Again, Mazzolino again absorbing the contact. No call and a finish.
59-51. 122 left. Behind the back pass for East. Near steal by Carbon. This is Backus. And there's a whistle and a foul with 1:16 left. And the foul is tagged to Ethan Vo.
And they still have 2 more fouls to go.
And East will call a timeout. You're right.
Absolutely wants to talk about it. Everyone's got to be available receiver. Realize you can't panic. You know, Struthers has the possession arrow. They're going to be in the bonus, but you got to make sure and set up what the type shot selections you want. And Struthers on their end, they've got to make sure that they're all on the same page, try to create some opportunities for Carbon, Vo in the corner. Everyone else has got to be able to crash. And you can see right there, East, 7 of 11 from 3. They've taken great shots, good looks, on balance. And Struthers, the new coming in, they take a lot of threes, only shooting at a 30% clip right now. They're going to need a few more of those in this last minute 16 if they want to cut into this 8-point lead.
Well, we saw a great basketball game last night on the girls' side. Columbiana with a 1-point win in double overtime. Tonight we're seeing a great one, and we are far from done. We'll be back with you as usual coming up on Friday night. We're heading over to renew an outstanding area rivalry as Cardinal Mooney pays a visit to Ursuline. We'll have it all for you Friday at 7 o'clock right here on MyYTV. We'll also stream the game live at WKBN.com and the WKBN mobile app. We hope you'll join us. Chad Przyspinski, Will Klusenik with you as we play this thing out. Struthers trying for the steal. Wildcats will then have to foul if they don't come up with it, which they promptly do. It's going to be a foul called on Ryan Leonard. There you see the injured Michael Ramey. He blocked a shot and looks like an injured shoulder. So hopefully is everything okay with him.
Absolutely.
Wildcats go back to the bench. Douglas is in. Sitting down is Mazzolino. So the ball is into Weaver. Weaver is fouled on the floor. It'll be a 1-and-1 free throw shooting situation. Carbon picks up his second. So now free throws the rest of the way, that is, with 1:08 left. Weaver, good. And it is 60-51. Weaver is a 63% free throw shooter. And the second one is good as well. Youngstown East trying for win number 10 here tonight against a very good Struthers squad. 3-ball up. That one was short, right off his fingertips. Cleaned up by Leonard and stuck back up and in.
And right now, if you're East, easiest way to close the door, handle the basketball. Don't get yourself into trouble and just make some free throws.
Bryant brings it across. Bryant penetrates, flips it up with the right hand. It won't go. Tap won't go. Cleaned up. Offensive board out to Pagan. And we have a Struthers foul with 39 seconds left.
And again, situational basketball. It's probably an excellent move there in the first, second, and third quarter. Time is what you're trying to get rid of here right now. So now you go to the free throw line, make yourself some free throws.
Diamante Pagan looking for his 9th point, and he has it. He had a couple of really good-looking threes in transition. Those were really, for all intents and purposes, what gave East the cushion that the Panthers have at this point. Another good-looking free throw, up and good. And it's back to a 10-point lead. Carson Ryan Feeds it to the near side. 3 ball up and good. Kevin Traylor drilled it. And it's 63-56 with 31.9 seconds remaining.
Any opportunity, you've got some time left on the clock. We're going to see the Wildcats here try to put some pressure on, make sure to see if they can get a quick turnover, if not, get a foul. But that's a great job by Douglas stepping in there and knocking down the big shot. He still has a cushion, still have to fundamentally get the ball in, everyone being available receiver, and then eventually get yourself to the free throw line and knock them down.
So East has put up 63 points to this point. They come into this one 9-7. Interesting stat here. They've been held to under 60 just 3 times all season long. They've got so many weapons. They've got so many players that can catch fire and such great athleticism. Diamante Pagan averaging 18.5 points since the overtime loss to Ursuline back a little more than a week ago.
You know, the big thing I like about this East team, Chad, they come in here and just absolutely relentless, unselfish, you know, and exactly following the game plan Coach Simon had to a T.
Ball is into Backus, ahead to Diamante Pagan, and Pagan is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line with 26.4 seconds remaining. Musolino picks up the personal, and Pagan is going to step back to the stripe. Vo returns for Struthers.
You talk about a big fourth quarter. You know, as you add it up, Pagan has 10 points in this fourth quarter, and you said 2 of those threes, bucket, some free throws. Really done a nice job in this fourth quarter.
63-56. Struthers trying to inch ever closer. Time is not on their side, and there is an East foul that will be assessed to Ciandre Backus. Traylor is a little slow to get up. We're down to 18.3 ticks left.
And the last thing you want to do in that situation is foul. And you want to contest the shot, move your feet, but you don't want to give them these opportunities when the clock is stopped.
So Kevin Traylor, the sophomore, steps to the free throw line, and his free throw is good. And it is 63-57 now. You might say, well, up 6 with 18 seconds left. This one's over, but based on what we've seen over the last 24 hours, I'm never saying never, ever again.
Anytime there's a tick left on the clock, you've got an opportunity. And right now, we're going to see the defensive effort and communication by Struthers.
63-58, Panther ball, 17.2 seconds left. Terrell Weaver is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Well, once again, he comes into the ball game a 63% free throw shooter.
And if you're East, you're able to close the door making these free throws.
Weaver. Ready. Aim. Fire. Short. That's why you shoot these free throws all summer long. Stay after practice. Situations like this when you're fatigued, when the legs are tired. He's trying to split the pair. And he misses. Rebound. Picked up. Panthers have it. There was a chance there for Struthers. But Ransom, who started things off for East tonight, grabs the ball. He is promptly fouled with 13 seconds left.
And Ransom, he's been big all night. He has 19 on a night and really was that catalyst in that first half.
His free throw rattles around. Ransom inching closer to a double-double. But we are still down to 13, Will.
Puts gray hair on the coaches, man, not making those free throws.
He splits the pair. It is 64-58. Ball is into Carbon. Carbon raising up for 3. Back edge, no. Rebound ripped down by Weaver. And the final seconds will tick on down. Final score in this one here tonight, East 64, Struthers 58. We'll wrap it up and visit with our player of the game when we come back. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Good evening, I'm Corbin Baker. Salem Regional Medical Center expands to meet increasing demand. Tonight, we'll give you a look inside.
Fresh off being ranked second in the latest AP poll, McDonald boys get back into action with the highlights for you tonight. Plus, the Pittsburgh Penguins return to action after the All-Star break. We'll have it all for you coming up tonight.
And temperatures will dip back below freezing. That'll transition the rain and snow over to snow. I'll have a radar update for you tonight at 11.
If you or a loved one need rapid relief from opioid withdrawals and cravings, get help now. Call Dr. Anil Naluri, MD, to learn about new treatment options. 330-783-1147. 330-783-1147.
On sale now. Get a gift certificate to Carchetti's Restaurant in Lowellville for 50% off. Always fresh, Carchetti's makes authentic Italian food from scratch. Enjoy their homemade pasta and sauces, delicious meatballs, mouth-watering pizza, and so much more. Get this half-off deal with no fees right now at myvalleydining.com. Enjoy a great meal at a great area restaurant for half off. Sign up for weekly email notifications from myvalleydining.com. There's a new deal every week.
Life is full of emotions, so let How I Met Your Mother put a smile on your face.
So I'm thinking of texting back a winky smiley face.
Get in touch with your feelings.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead.
You mean multiple high fives?
Money, suits, and sex?
My life rocks.
Because Bonnie and the gang know how to get you in the mood.
Based on her texts, she's dirty, dyslexic, and wants to 96 me. Semicolon, end parentheses.
On How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Weekdays at 5 on MyYTV.
Start your morning with WYTV and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Watch WYTV 33 News Daybreak weekday morning starting at 6:30 and join local students saying the pledge.
Sponsored by Hometown Pharmacy, part of the neighborhood.
And welcome back to historic Struthers Fieldhouse. We saw a good one tonight in boys basketball action. It's East holding off Struthers by a final score of 64-58. Hi again, everybody. Chad Prspinski. So pleased to be joined by our player of the game, Larry Ransom. Narrowly missed out on a double-double, 17 points and 9 rebounds to lead the Panthers to the victory here tonight, which is, by the way, victory number 10 for East on the season. And Larry, first of all, you got your team off to such a fast and a hot start. What was the difference, and how special is a win like this tonight, win number 10?
Well, it's different because, we didn't play like this before. We play together as a team, as brothers. So we really cherish this game.
Okay. Tell me about the approach coming in, because you have so many weapons. You have such great athleticism. What is it that you think is the strength of this group overall?
Strength of this group is fighting through adversity. We always playing together, paying attention, focus to our coach. So we just believe. What we got to do is believe in each other.
Something that really stood out to me tonight watching you and all of your teammates is the great effort, enthusiasm, the energy that you guys bring, relentless on the boards. Tell me about how hard this team fights each and every game, and especially on display here tonight.
Well, we fight really hard, put the work in. We deserve a win like this, but we had to fight, practice, going at it, each other, run, all that stuff.
Tell me about your performance. You got the team off to such a great start. You yourself personally assess what you did here tonight. You finished with just about a double-double, 17 points, 9 boards. What was working for you tonight?
Well, my shots was knocking down. So when they had knocked down, I had my confidence build up, so I kept on shooting.
Makes it pretty simple, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
That is our player of the game, Larry Ransom, 17 points and 9 rebounds, helping the Panthers from Youngstown East to a 64-58 victory over the Struthers Wildcats. When we come back, we'll go visit with our victorious head coach, Dennis Simmons. That comes your way following these words. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Don't let the winter blues get to you. Stop by the Elmton for lunch Tuesdays through Saturdays and get 10% off your meal. Enjoy all your Elmton favorites: pizza, pasta, roasted chicken, and more. The Elmton, 5th Street, Struthers.
Replacing your broken or lost prescription glasses can be an expensive hassle. Introducing Dial Vision, another bright idea from Bulbhead. The world's first glasses that you adjust to give you crystal clear vision. How does it work? Using the included eye chart, adjust your left eye by turning the dial until the chart comes into focus. Next, adjust your right eye. In 2 easy steps, your prescription is matched. Instant replacement glasses that are ready to use. But hold on. Dial Vision transformed from glasses used for distance to reading glasses. It's like having 2 pairs of glasses in one. Call now to get Dial Vision for only $19.99, complete with eye chart and a protective hard case, both absolutely free. Order now and you can get our Dial Vision sunglasses with UV protection. Just pay a separate fee. Get your Dial Vision for only $19.99. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-296-3758 to get your Dial Vision glasses. Call now or go to buydialvision.com. Call 1-800-296-3758. Order now.
This Friday and Saturday, Big Air is coming back to the Cavelli Center. Metro PCS presents the O'Reilly Auto Parts toughest monster truck tour with the king of the monster trucks, world record holder, Bigfoot, plus Quad Chaos, Dirt Crew, Heavy Hitter, and more. Featuring the battling robots, Galactron versus Reptar. Kids tickets start at just $10. Big Air is coming back to Youngstown. The toughest monster truck tour this Friday and Saturday.
Don't let the winter blues get to you. Stop by the Elmton for lunch Tuesdays through Saturdays and get 10% off your meal. Enjoy all your Elmton favorites, pizza, pasta, roasted chicken, and more. The Elmton, 5th Street Struthers.
And welcome back to the home of the Struthers Wildcats. But it's the other Cats, the Panthers from East, coming away with a 64-58 victory over Struthers in boys high school basketball action. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski, so pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Panthers, Dennis Simmons. And, Coach, first of all, our first opportunity to see you here on our Game of the Week. Your team comes up with a hard-fought victory. The energy and enthusiasm that your team played with, it's got to make you very, very proud.
Yeah, it feels good to finally put it together. That's one of the things that we've been struggling with, is being able to put wins together for 4 quarters. So
what was the difference here tonight? Because you got off to the fast start, you built the 10-point lead, and then Struthers made their run, connecting on some 3-point shots to get right back into the ball game. But this team was not to be outdone, not to be denied here tonight. What do you think the difference was when it was all said and done?
Well, I explained to the guys when we got here, that our seniors got us to this point. Our young guys have started to take up some slack, and now we got to start putting it together as we head towards the tournament. And our young guys played well. Keyshawn, Larry played well, and our seniors played well. They kind of put it together. Still got a lot of work to do, but we played 3.5 quarters, not necessarily 4, but better than what we've been doing.
When you see all the weapons that your group has, it's not just one focal point. It's not just one player that you rely on to score. It's everybody you rely on the defensive end. How dangerous can this team be as you inch closer towards tournament play?
I think we can be very dangerous. I think we've learned a lot of lessons. A lot of guys have got a chance to get experience out there on the floor. We can go from 1 to 13, and each guy knows that they have a job to do and they can play together, and that they trust their teammates to do their job. And I think we'll be pretty tough, but that's the goal. These next 6 games to really focus on being prepared for the tournament.
And a chance for us to put Youngstown East, the Panthers, on display on high school basketball's biggest stage. It's great to get some publicity for Youngstown East here and show what this basketball team is all about. I'm sure that's pleasing to you as well.
Yes, it is. I'm glad for these guys that put in the work over the last couple of years, haven't seen the work, but now they're starting to see it and get a chance to see the benefits of their work.
Youngstown East head coach Dennis Simmons as the Panthers come away with a 64-58 victory over the Struthers Wildcats. Will Klusenik will join me in just a moment as we wrap it up from Struthers Fieldhouse after this on the WKBN High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Do you have trouble falling asleep? Do you toss and turn all night or wake up with a sore neck or headache? Then it's time you discovered MyPillow.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 10 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota. I'm giving you a very special offer on MyPillow Premium. Use this promo code and I'll give you 30% off when you order at MyPillow.com or call this 1-800 number now.
Other pillows go flat, causing you to fold them over or use your arm for support, which can cause pain. Hard foam pillows can raise your head too high, making you very uncomfortable. But the revolutionary MyPillow has patented fill that won't go flat and keeps your neck supported and aligned to your exact individual need. MyPillow helps you get and stay in deep sleep all night long.
Before MyPillow, sleeping was a nightmare. First night I got it, slept like a baby. Just was out, completely out.
I sleep better. I wake up, I feel refreshed, I feel healthy.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now to order a MyPillow Premium, and Mike will give you 30% off. This offer is only available online or when you call this number. Use the promo code on your screen and you'll save 30%. MyPillow comes with an unprecedented 60-day money-back guarantee. Order now.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Dennis Simmons has to feel pretty darn good with what his group was able to do here tonight, knocking off an excellent Struthers team by a final score of 64-58. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krespinski alongside Will Klusenik. And again, a very entertaining basketball game. It was not necessarily right down to the wire as it was with a couple of buzzer beaters. But again, I think East showed some mettle here tonight. They saw those runs by Struthers. They saw a 10-point lead evaporate. But when it was all said and done, they made the plays they needed to. They made the free throws that they needed to and got the stops when they needed to.
Absolutely. And I talked to Coach Simmons just real quick off camera there and just told him he does a fantastic job. Has these guys believing in what he's teaching them, making the correct plays, sharing the basketball, relentless, unselfish attitude. And that goes a long way. And you can see just starting to build that something special, and he's just got to continue to grow on it. Struthers, a little bit cold from the arc tonight. Didn't get the looks that they wanted to get, but give East a lot of credit. Carbon caught fire, but wasn't able to maintain that the entire night.
And you've got to tip your cap to what this East team was able to do, bringing that relentless pressure on the defensive end. But as Coach Simmons, when you were away, he said to me, we played about 3.5 quarters. I want to see 4 full quarters put together once we get to tournament time.
And that's what you keep striving for. You want to peak at tournament time, and these guys continue to get better. They're going to be a very tough out come tournament time.
Make no mistake about it, this is a very dangerous Struthers team as well, led by Carbon. But again, they've got some weapons there that can make some noise as well. They have 13 wins coming in. They'll have a few more before this one is all said and done as well.
And again, anytime you get a loss like this, maybe it has an opportunity to get you to refocus a little bit, get you back to the basics, kind of look at some of your deficiencies and say, okay, this is what we need to get better, because they are going to be one of the top teams in that Boardman district come tournament time.
As we put the finishing touches on this one, let's take a look at our final box score. As you see, East improves to 10-7 overall on the season. Struthers drops to 13-5. Larry Ransom, our player of the game, just missed out on a double-double, 17 points and 9 boards. Calvin Bryant with 11 points, and Diamante Pagan with 10 points, including a couple of big threes in that fourth quarter. Andrew Carbon was magical once again for Struthers, 16 points and 8 boards, trying to will his way and his team back into this ball game, and he did on several occasions. A.J. Muzzolino with 11 points, but it all adds up to a 64-58 Youngstown East victory over Struthers. Should be fun coming up. Was fun tonight. It'll be fun Friday night over at Ursuline. Cardinal Mooney and Ursuline getting set to do battle.
Always a pretty intense battle when those two meet up.
So we hope you enjoyed this game 2 of 3 that will take place. We'll be back with you Friday night over at the home of the Ursuline Fighting Irish as Mooney and Ursuline renew their age-old rivalry. For statistician Ray Klempe and my broadcast partner Will Klusenik, my name is Chad Krespinski telling you once again the final score. Youngstown East 64, Struthers 58. Till next time, so long everybody from Struthers Fieldhouse.